So let's take you through the first heat of the weekend for X30 Junior. And it is going to be Jan Rodriguez and Lennon Henriquez on the front row of the grid. Antoine Duval and Maurice Verkroijs on row 2. Yannis van den Bosch and Elias Titus on row 3. Shirt de Vries and Theo Polican on row 4 with Lucas Metz and Aurelio Giustinelli completing the top 10. Finn Rosson and Jules Ducoun round out row 6 ahead of Hughes Biquillon and Edouard Gauffoy on row 7. Adam Vida and Manuel Charbonnier on row 8 ahead of Merle Taylor and Levi Papp on row 9. Top 20, row 10 will be completed by Charles Van Kellegom and Mohamed El Bouzaki. Moreover Trist, Sacha Duquet, Didier Krieft, Kiana Jolie Optoff, Luca Pereira and Harry Myers round out your 26-strong grid. Didier Krieft did get penalised post-qualifying, so has had a drop down the field. So for these two heats, of course, we have plenty of X30 senior action. We do have a fair bit of X30 junior action, but of course, as we said earlier on, with a total of 621 points, it looks like that Louis Béziré is not going to be beaten this weekend, folks, so he becomes the champion for 2025, but it is the concentration now. The focus is on these drivers here, because of course there are 7 total tickets to give away in the X30 Junior Division. 4 are gold tickets for IWF 2025, but 1 will go to the best junior rookie. There will also be 3 silver tickets up for grabs as well this weekend. So there is Jan Rodriguez on the VDK machine, Lennon Henriquez on the TD kart. Chassis brand owned and operated by a certain multi-time shifter class champion here in Iame Series Benelux, Thierry Del Rey, who's now taken a bit more of a step back from driving and concentrating on the brand and on the team operations, because I think in some respects he probably felt it was a bit too much last year, but we have to now see how things are going to play out, because the red lights are on the gantry here for Heat 1. A versus B, into the tram lines we go, and the lights have gone out, so we're underway through into turn 1, and now it's the run down to 2. Looks like Antoine Duval trying to stick his nose up the inside, gets through on Lennon Henriquez, who also has Maurice Verkroijs trying to get through on him as well, and Antoine Duval through on Jan Rodriguez at turn 3. The man from Euro karting in the 123, the son of WRC race rally winner Francois Duval, who ran with Ford many a year under their WRC Works program, operated by Malcolm Wilson and the team at M Sport for a few years. But also the fact that Antoine Duval is cut from the very same cloth. It's like the Priaulx family in Guernsey. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
La bataille est lancée dans cette catégorie X30 junior et d'emblée, Antoine Duval passe à l'attaque. Il vient de prendre les commandes de cette manche qualificative qui oppose les groupes A et B. Antoine Duval, fils de François Duval, évidemment, on en parlait il y a quelques instants, qui a disputé plusieurs saisons dans le championnat WRC. Et maintenant, c'est son fils qui dispute ses premières années de compétition en sport automobile. Derrière, c'est la grosse bagarre avec notamment, il y a là Théo Polican et Elias Titus, le pilote allemand, qui se battent pour la 5e position. Très belle bagarre entre ces deux-là. On se passe et se repasse. Magnifique opposition. Ouais, c'est même pour la 4e position. Hein. Donc ça veut dire qu'il y avait Yannis van den Bosch qui était aussi dans la bagarre. On va refaire le point dans quelques instants. En tout cas, ce qui est sûr, c'est que 3 pilotes maintenant ont pris un peu d'avantage par rapport au groupe de poursuivants.
I did see a yellow at the Marshall post off of turn number 3, so someone might have had a bit of a drama. That looks like it might have been Luca Pereira, but Duval leads. Edward Rodriguez for Croix, Titus, Polican, Van den Bosch, Giustinelli, Enriquez, Rossen, De Vries. They round out the top 10, so they are starting to look a little bit more spread out now. Time between first and 10th after 2 laps It was 3.9 seconds. So Lennon Henriquez has tumbled all the way down to 8th position. As we've got Stefan Nollet going, go MCK in the chat on YouTube. So a big thank you to the more than 155 of you watching on the YouTube channel. As I can see how many people are watching concurrently. Yes, that is the wonders of modern technology these days. But Duval starting to stretch out an initial advantage. But Maurice Vercroys is the quickest driver out there with a 56.661. There's Titus versus Polican. Line astern through turn number 1. And at that point, Titus was nearly sideways.
Oui, et on est pour l'instant en train de voir que Lennon Henriquez est en difficulté, hein. Il partait devant et il est désormais 9e. Ouais, difficile, hein, cette première manche pour Lennon Henriquez qui faisait partie des pilotes les plus rapides lors des qualifications. Il avait signé le meilleur temps de son groupe tout à l'heure et il a perdu énormément de positions. Antoine Duval qui creuse l'écart derrière. Bagarre entre Jan Rodriguez et Maurice Vercroys qui est passé en 2e position. C'est lui le pilote le plus rapide. 56,661. C'est lui qui a désormais le tour le plus rapide en course. Et quelque chose nous dit que ce n'est peut-être pas terminé puisqu'il est passé en 2e position. Prochaine cible pour lui, Antoine Duval.
Yannis Bosch has just got past Aurelio Giustinelli for 6th position. Adam Vida in the battle for 2nd in the title has just got passed through on Lennon Henriquez. And as you rightly said, Seymour seems to be struggling a little bit here or there, whether there's not enough waft on the kart, which basically means it's not pushing the driver forwards as it might want to do. And that can sometimes be to, like we said, Julian Savio, you said Seymour in qualifying had a carburetor problem. If the carburetor's sticking at one point, it can reduce engine power because the minute you hit the throttle, the carburetor will normally help open up and bring that air channel in, mix it with the fuel, and then you get the bang explosion in the 125cc engine. So if the carburetor is sticking through throttle issues, then that's going to be a bigger problem that the driver's got to work around and fight all the way through the race itself. And it's not easy when you've got a short time between heats. I mean, the good thing is that the seniors have they have a more taxing schedule than one the X30 junior drivers do, as Duval leads us into the second half of this race. Still has the lead over Maurice Vercroys from Belgium. Jan Rodriguez still in 3rd, ahead of Titus and Polican, who are still battling away over 4th position, as if their lives depended on it, or was the last swing in the playground, so to speak, that they were both wrestling each other for. But more to the point, Duval is really starting to take control of this race, and he is one of a multitude of drivers that could be in the top 3 at the end of the championship year. So we'll find out what happens next, but nevertheless, Duval is comfortably in front as a possible look by Theo Polican up the inside of Elias Titus, who is closing in the meantime on Jan Rodriguez. So Rodriguez, the Portuguese driver, has got the German up the inside who gets through. That is a change for 3rd. Polican tried to also oblige and use the line to get through as well, but Rodriguez, so no you don't, Sunshine, you're not going to get through that way.
Oui, très belle bagarre pour la 3e position avec le pilote allemand Elias Titus qui s'est montré assez opportuniste, hein, là en revenant sur Jan Rodriguez. Il l'a surpris au virage numéro 3. L'attaque était assez incisive, suffisante en tout cas pour surprendre le pilote portugais qui visiblement a un peu plus de mal dans cette seconde partie de manche qualificative. Il avait pris un bon départ et là c'est plus compliqué. Il est désormais sous la pression de Theo Polican qui pourrait passer devant lui d'ici quelques instants. Peut-être une attaque au virage numéro 2. Ce ne sera pas pour cette fois-ci. Peut-être au virage numéro 3 dans la foulée. Voilà, il suffisait de le dire. Theo Polican qui passe en 4e position. Et c'est définitif. Jan Rodriguez qui vit une manche qualificative assez compliquée. Lui qui partait depuis la pole position.
Yeah, Theo Polican, one of the many rookies here this weekend. And the 119, in terms of Rodriguez himself, currently running with VDK Racing. But yeah, it is that case of where the drivers have to make their moves through. Teo Policar for Dream Racing, running on the Cosmic chassis, is the top rookie in this race, but even he can sometimes find difficulty when you're stuck in that dirty air of the kart in front. It's difficult to shake it off and try and get through on the opposition ahead of you.
Antoine Duval toujours en tête et derrière Maurice Vercruysse est en train d'essayer de revenir. En tout cas, il signe de très bons chronos, mais les chronos sont pratiquement similaires entre les deux leaders. Écart stabilisé donc, 56 420 pour Antoine Duval, 56 443 pour Maurice Vercruysse. Le plus rapide en piste pour l'instant c'est Théo Polican avec ce chrono de 56 264, peut-être suffisant pour tenter de revenir sur la troisième position. Théo Polican effectivement qui revient sur son adversaire, l'Allemand Elias Titus. Ouais, il va peut-être bénéficier de l'aspiration dans cette ligne droite de Mariembourg. On le voit en vue aérienne ici. Regardez comme il revient là sur la troisième position, le pilote français. Ce ne sera pas suffisant pour passer maintenant, mais on le sait, il l'a déjà prouvé au tour précédent. Il était passé dans le virage numéro 3, peut-être une attaque à venir entre ces deux-là. C'est la bagarre pour la troisième place et il passe Théo Polican. C'est joliment fait. Il reste 1 minute 10 et un tour dans cette manche qualificative. Changement de place pour la troisième position.
Nice job there by Théo Polican, the youngster from Dream Racing. Fastest lap of the race for the number 31 of a 56.258. And now, even with just over 50 seconds to go on the timer, Polican has an opportunity to chase down the two in front. Maurice Vercruysse in second and Antoine Duval in first, leading the race itself. So don't count anything to chance here this weekend, ladies and gentlemen, because we still will be seeing a lot more racing over the course of the next coming days, including mini rookie X30 Junior, X30 Senior Cup, Gentlemen and Masters, and Garçon making its return for the final round of the championship season on Sunday. 15 to go, 2 laps remaining, including this one, and Antoine Duval has spread a lead out to just over 0.8 of a second, and last time around he was quicker than Maurice Vercruysse, he was quicker than Théo Polican, so the gap seems to, between the top three, start to stabilise, but Elias Titus from Germany really starting to close that gap in. Will it be around this time that he's going to have to try and see if he can get passed through? But that's easier said than done. It's one thing to catch somebody, it's something completely different to pass them. So last lap underway, Duval leads Vercruysse by just around about a second. Ahead of Polican, Titus and Rodriguez at this moment in time.
Le dernier tour de cette manche qualificative avec Antoine Duval qui maîtrise pour l'instant son sujet et la victoire qui lui tend les bras dans cette manche qualificative. Antoine Duval arrivé ici en 7e position du championnat. Il a réalisé de très belles choses cette saison. Pas encore de podium, mais c'est peut-être l'objectif du week-end pour lui. C'est d'aller chercher un podium, voire mieux, voire une victoire pour Antoine Duval. En tout cas, il prouve là maintenant qu'il est en forme ce week-end. Il prouve aussi qu'il est un candidat à la victoire. Alors va-t-il s'imposer ce week-end? On ne sait pas encore. En tout cas, son week-end est lancé de la plus belle des manières. La victoire dans cette manche qualificative pour Antoine Duval. Il s'impose devant son compatriote Maurice Vercruysse. La 3e position pour le Français Théo Polican.
So Antoine Duval takes the win for Eurokarting. Ahead of Maurice Vercruysse, Théo Polican rounding out the top 3. Elias Titus, Jan Rodriguez, Aurelio Giustinelli, Yandis Van den Bosch, Adam Vida, Edouard Godefroy, and Merle Taylor. Merle making up 7 places, so did Aaron. Edouard made it up 5 places to finish in 9th, and they all finished ahead of Shirt de Vries, Lucas Metz, Didier Kreeft, Levi Pape, Lennon Henriquez, Jules de Koon, Hughes Picrion, Sacha Duquet, Harry Myers, Kiana Jolie Optoff, Maro Vitreist, Mohamed El Bouzaki, and Finn Rossen. Luca Pereira was the last classified finisher, ahead of Manuel Charbonnier, who we lost on lap 8. And unfortunately, Charles van Gellecom, the rookie in the 154, retired after lap number 2.